continues on. Umpire says we're ready to go in this second quarter. McGibbon with the tap out that time. Apostola underneath it. Picks it up, did well, and wins the clearance out. Boscarini doing wrestle with Cotter. Rennie did well. Gets the handball out. And now they're trying to move it forward. Cotter now. Handball over the top. Just comes unstuck a little bit for Maggio. And we'll have a stoppage inside forward 50 for St Mary's.
Strong tackle from Bryson Norris, and it had to be, and Dumbo to force a stoppage and prevent a shot at goal.
Vannon's tap out. Cotter tried to come streaming through the pack. Rennie underneath it as well. Ball bobbles out. Kitchell sends it forward. Good mark taken, though, by Samuel Ahmad in the dirt. About 15 metres out from his defensive goal. Ahmad wheels around onto his right boot and sends a high ball down towards the broadcast wing. Bryson Norris stands underneath it. Did well. Umpire wave play on, though. Didn't pay Norris the mark. Got out in front with the bodywork, but couldn't take the chest mark. Boundary line is the result. We'll have it tossed back in. First minute ticked over. Second term, McGibbon and Ponchon do wrestle. McGibbon just falls into his lap. Can't get the kick away, though. Streaming through. Kitchell tries to win it out. Now lays the tackle that time on Langbourne. Maggio did well. Tried to get the handball to McGibbon, but it comes unstuck. Nathan Perry slipped over when he tried to pick it up. And now the umpire will cross himself for a ball up. Just a few skill errors early in this second quarter for both sides. McGibbon with the right hand that time. Kitchell underneath it as well. Langbourne trying to bobble it around. Cotter in there also. It eventually falls to St Mary's. Ball inside the forward 50 to Little is good. It was a lovely kick from Pacella. And Little will line up from about 30 out on a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, and you just saw the St Mary's boys get around Pacella there for that classy kick. Just sort of use that round leg kicking style, just to pierce a gap and put it right in front of Brody Little. And it's going to be a tough task, but the way they've been going for goal, I would not put this past him.
Little's kicked 14 for the season. Comes in now. His kick is up and it looks to be to the right all day. Minor score for St Mary's, 2-4-16. Doubling 1-2-8 for Northcote Park. They will want to take advantage of their dominance to the borough, because as we've seen in this competition, straight kicking is good footy. McArdle sends the ball out of there for the Cougars. Leo Ahmad comes in, lovely mark. Got to the front of the pack and basically took it uncontested in the end. Looking for an option now. Sends a chipping ball back. Jordan Perry. He switches it towards Samuel Ahmad. Oh, Tallaridi it is, I should say. Looking for an option now. Slow football at the moment. McArdle has it. Moves it on further afield. Ahmad has to pick it up on the half volley. Did well, but instant pressure from Kieran Abbott. Underneath Rennie. And now Kitchell couldn't get the kick away, and the umpire says holding the ball. Incorrect disposal. Good tackle laid by Matt Perry. Looking for an option now. Chipping ball over the top towards O'Brien is good. Can they build up now, the Cougars? O'Brien sends it out more towards the centre wing, leading hard. And good mark taken by Ponchon. Looking to move it on now. Sends the ball inside the forward 50 once more. Packer players underneath it, no mark taken. Akui did well. Body everywhere. It's held up. We'll toss it up again. Looks like there's a whistle. But it will be a ball up.
Not quite sure what's happened there. It looks like it was just a late kick out of the contest, and wasn't sure if it was a ball up or free kick, but it looks like the umpire's calling it for back to himself.
It will be a ball up eventually. Bit of confusion there. Inside forward 50. Umpire tosses it up now. McGibbon got really aerial, got the tap out, but it only went as far as Langbourne. O'Brien in underneath it as well, and now they win it out. McGibbon floating ball forward. Doing well was Rennie to affect the contest. Cotter. Little handball inside is going nowhere. Vannon picks up for the Cougars. Now McArdle and now Matt Perry. Chipping ball forward is clean to brother Jordan. He wheels around onto the right boot and sends the ball inside the forward 50. Almost another mark taken by Armstrong. Picked up by Dembrowska. Sends the handball out, and now they can send a clearing kick out. Foot race on between Samuel, Ahmad and Dean. Ahmad gets there first. And a retreating ball back to Tallaridi. And he's got Vannon on as a switching option. Can they execute this switch now, the Cougars? McArdle's got an acre of space as well. On this broadcast side, McArdle wheels on. Comes back inside, but he's just got no options. Takes the bounce to himself, and now just sends a tumbling ball down the wing. It was poor. Reading it well was Dambrauskas. Couldn't take the mark, but picks it up in stream. Sends the ball down the line. It's lovely to Nicholas Dean. Does he have options now? Rennie's running towards the goal square, but he doesn't use him. Rennie's still got space in the pocket. Dean is called to move it on now, and it will be 50 metres. Umpire said that Vannon was ran off his line, and Nicholas Dean will line up for his second of the afternoon, about probably 20 metres out.
Very, very costly error from Northcote Park there, and I tell you what, it was just Nicholas Dean seemed to have run out of options with that open 50, and in the end, he's going to get a pretty good look at goal.
Dean for his second of the afternoon, and to extend the lead out to double digits for the first time. Ill discipline from Northcote Park may be the beneficiary for St Mary's. Dean comes in and pops it home. Second of the afternoon for Nicholas Dean. 3-4-22, plays 1-2-8. Early stages, second term, Jack.
Yeah, for sure. As we both mentioned, just ill discipline, and especially when the contest is so even between the arcs. And as we mentioned, going into that quarter time break, limiting the high percentage looks at goal, it doesn't get much easier for Nicholas Dean there. So, look, at the end of the day, he had to convert his shot, and that he did, and it is St Mary's with a 14-point advantage.
6.5 minutes gone in this second quarter. Northcote Park will be wondering where it all went wrong on that switching play. They looked to have a lot of space, but couldn't work it out. Ponchon, the ball falls over his head. Perry picks it up now and sends the handball forward. Wrapped up quickly was Hatfield, and we will ball it up again in the centre of Eltham Central Oval. Ponchon coming over the top. McGibbon couldn't take it in his lap, though. Slapped forward by Matt Perry towards Armstrong, but he falls over. And now Corelli picks it up for St Mary's. Ball down the line. Ahmad did well. Couldn't take the mark, though. Picked up by Little. Couldn't get the handball going in motion. Vannon picks it up. He didn't get a clear disposal, but the umpire wave play on. Lots of screams of holding the ball from both sides, and we will ball it up again.
Yeah, both ends going nuts over the fence, and I think the umpires have been spot on today. They've been consistent putting the whistle away, so I really like the way they're going about it.
Ponchon double hands it forward, pushing the back free kick going the way of Northcote Park. Jordan Perry, the recipient of the free kick. Joshua Corelli was a little bit too overzealous with his tackle. Perry goes long and down the line. Leo Ahmad did really well, took the mark and moved on quickly in motion. O'Brien chipping ball inside the forward 50 towards Michael Ahmad. No mark taken. Ball's held up now. Big pack of players. The umpire calls for a stoppage. Almost a lovely play there from Northcote Park.
Yeah, they couldn't have drawn up that ball movement any better. And it's Jordan Perry's getting to work for them and been really dynamic.
Ball's tossed up 30 out from the Cougars' goal. In motion, trying to see it over St Mary's. Michael Ahmad underneath it. Matt Perry couldn't get the kick away. Dambrauskas, handball to McGibbon. And he sends it down the wing, far side for St Mary's. Nicholas Dean almost takes a lovely mark. The Cougars can retreat. Samuel Ahmad, floating ball down the line. McGibbon did well in the contest, but his opponent, William Rowe, did well also, and we'll ball it up again inside the centre square. Good footy at the moment from both sides. Punch on, tap to teammate is wrapped up immediately. Just the sole goal to Nicholas Dean in this quarter. Coming over the top, Ponchon and Matt Perry. His kick towards space. Trying to get there first was Charlie Fawcett. Couldn't gain possession though. And now there's lots of bodies. The umpire lets it go on for a bit, but we'll ball it up now. 9 minutes gone in your MC Labour Division 2 qualifying final one on this lovely Saturday afternoon in August. High ball from Will Dean. Good mark taken. Oh, the umpire's wave play on mustn't have been the full 15 metres, and now it's holding the ball. It's a bit stiff for Bryson Norris. St Mary's will be the recipient of the free kick though. Down the line, Joseph Maggio, high ball towards the paint of the 50. Coming across, lovely mark taken by Patrick Vannon. Sends a chipping ball back to Tallaridi. They're looking for another possible switch now, are the Cougars. Moving on to Cromie. Moves it further afield once more to Armstrong. Goes back towards the fat side. Tallaridi And now they've got a bit of space. A lovely kick from Talaridi out towards Samuel Ahmad. Moves it on quickly now. High ball down the line. Not a real good option inside. Akui gets there first for the Borough. Keeps it in bounds. Handball back towards Dambrauskas. He sends a handball forward once more. Cotter. Wrapped up is Daisley. Moved on by Kisane. Now Dean sends one down the line. Good mark taken from Apostler. Or infringement free kick anyways. They move it on quickly to the Borough. Chipping ball inside forward 50 to McGibbon. He's got it about 45 out, and that was lovely ball movement with a few free kicks for St Mary's.
Yeah, for sure. As you said, they're just really looking to take the game on from half-back, and this is the dual threat that Hugh McGibbon provides. As dominant as he is in the ruck, he can go forward and play that deepest role, and we just saw him use his football smarts there and just have the short lead-up option.
McGibbon going for his first of the afternoon. He's had plenty of dominance in the middle. Can he be a difference maker up forward as well? 45 out, 45 degree angle. It's a tough kick, but definitely within his wheelhouse. McGibbon comes in now. His kick is up, but it was always narrow. Another behind for St Mary's. 3-5-23. Plays 1-2-8. Ball to be brought back in now for the Cougars. They look to bring it towards his broadcast side. Lovely mark taken by Leo Ahmad. He's taken a couple of big grabs down the ground at the moment for the Cougars, but his kick is intercepted by Little. Handball, and now they send it more towards his broadcast side. Can Ahmad get there? The ball sort of chips in front of Tom Eames. Ahmad sees him over. The umpire does pay a push in the back free kick. It was a bit unnecessary from Leo Ahmad. Free kick going the way of Tom Eames. He'll be on about the pain of the 50. Might be just a bit too far out to score. Does he look for an option inboard and pop it up towards the top of the square? He heaves it. It might be too close to the goal line. It's home, though. A lovely kick from Tom Eames. Just set it up and let the ball do the talking. It's the fourth of the afternoon for St Mary's, and they're out to a 21-point lead.
Yep, and it's another free kick that has resulted in a goal for St Mary's. So Northcote Park, they're right in this contest. It's just an ill discipline that's cost them a few goals, especially this quarter. And Tom Ames, he could not have struck that ball any better. And what a season the under 19 and a half player is having. That is his 21st goal of the season.
4-5-29 plays 1-2-8. It was a pure kick from Eames. They're out to a 21-point lead. It's not dire yet, but if they continue on like this, St Mary's, Northcote Park will definitely have a lot of work to do going later in the game. Can they win it out of the middle now? Jordan Perry, his handball is poor though. Kisane couldn't pick it up. Coming through the pack was Focos, and we will ball it up. 13 gone second term. St Mary's by 21. Little and Ponchon trying to pick it up is Kisane. Ball's in dispute though. Picked up now by Langbourne. He was tackled as he tried to kick it. Getting there first, doing really well, was Hatfield, and the umpire says free kick. Looks like it might have been a high tackle or a dangerous tackle. Hatfield will be the recipient of the free. He's about 50 metres out. Looking for an option. Decides to go towards the pocket. Michael Ahmad, no mark taken. Umpire says play on. Little picks it up now. Sends a retreating kick out. It will be coming back though. Boscarini dropped the intercept mark that he probably should have taken. Talaradian underneath as well. Cotter did really well. Clean hands in the contest. Sends the handball out to Dambrauskas, and now they can clear. Nicholas Dean takes the mark and moves it on quickly. Handball over the top to Corelli. Streaming inside the forward 50. High ball. One out. Good work at the back. McGibbon couldn't pick it up though. And now his body's underneath it. It's picked up by Cromie. He's wrapped up. And it will be eventually a ball up. Scary moments, though, for Northcote Park.
Yeah, I love the work of Samuel Ahmad there. He didn't have the best position and was being held and managed to bring the ball to ground and force a stop each one out.
McGibbon takes it out of the ruck. High contact free kick is going the way of the Cougars. Lucky result for Ponchon. And now he can retreat and sends the ball out towards this broadcast side, Ahmad. But Akui just fists it over. Good work from Dom Akui. 21-point lead for the Borough. And they've looked the better side all afternoon so far. Ball will be tossed back in Just forward to centre for the for the Borough, I should say. Little tries to slap it forward. Rennie gets the handball out. Dean, right foot snap at goal from Reed. It's a floating ball, and it will be out of bounds on the full, it looks like. Free kick going the way of the Cougars. 15 gone, second term. They just need some possession football at the moment. Tallaridi has it. The skipper for Northcote Park. Wheels around to his right. Sends the ball down the far wing. Pack of players underneath it. No mark taken. Ball's in dispute now. Corelli trying to get there first for the Borough. Did well. Reels around onto his right foot. Chipping ball inside the forward 50 to Kitchell. What a lovely kick from Joshua Corelli to set up his teammate. There's a bit of action on the far side. But Kitchell will line up 35 to 40 metres out, slide angle.
As you said, Joshua Corrali, take a bow. That kick was just excellent. Their entries inside 50 today under pressure have been nothing but perfection.
Kitchell to send it out to a 27-point lead. He comes in. His kick is up. It looks to be to the right, and he has missed. 4-6-30, plays 1-2-8. 2 goals in this quarter for St Mary's to no score for Northcote Park. Tallaridi sends the ball out towards the broadcast side. Ahmad coming through the pack, takes a lovely chest mark out in front of Abbott. Sends a ball down the line for the Cougars. No mark taken. Good fist from McGibbon. Trying to get there first is Reed. Just can't pick it up in motion. Doing really well for the Cougars was Hatfield, and we'll toss it up. 22-point lead for St Mary's. McGibbon over the top, gets the tap out. Rennie is wrapped up instantly, though. Ball is socked forward for St Mary's. Picked up by Bryson Norris for the Cougars. Punch on, tried to get the ball moving forward. And we'll have another stoppage. What's something that the Cougars need to do to get back into the game, Jack?
I think it starts from a defensive standpoint. You've got to limit the handball receives that St Mary's are getting.
As they do move inside the forward 50 once more, do the Borough. No mark taken by Kitchell. We'll toss it back in. Forward 50 stoppage for the Borough.
Yeah, it just starts with a defensive standpoint first. The Borough getting too many entries, and it's off the back of handball receives. So it's the likes of Will Dean, Joshua Corrali, and Ty Kitchell who've been real potent.
Ball is tossed back into play once more, slapping it over his head, Nicholas Dean, but it works out for the Cougars. McArdle with a high ball towards the centre of Eltham Central Oval. No mark taken. Ball's in dispute now. Picked up and slapped forward by Ben Young, but it will work out for the Cougars. Ricocheted forward. Getting there first was Butera, but the boundary line wins out again. 18 gone. Second term. Northcote Park yet to score in this quarter. It's been all St Mary's. Toss back in on centre wing. Slap forward as the clouds just darken here at Eltham Central Oval. Matt Perry sends a ball towards the forward 50 for the Cougars. Nicholas Dean trying to get there first. And it will be another boundary throw in on the paint of the 50 for Northcote Park. McGibbon and Punchon set to do battle once more. Flat boundary throw in. McGibbon at the front of the pack gets the tap out. Lots of bodies underneath it. McGibbon tries to slap it forward himself as well. Did well. Picked up by Perry. McArdle sidesteps a few. Handball over to Ahmad. The umpire will ball it up again. 19 gone. Second term on your NFNL's match of the day. Tossed up about 55 out from the Cougars goal. Punch on comes over the top. But we're going nowhere again.
Talking about St Mary's dominance, as much as they have been the dominant team this quarter, they've only managed 2 goals 3, and it could be a lot grimmer for Northcote Park due to accuracy.
Ball's just bobbling around, but it's wrapped up now. Toss it up again. We will. 19.5 gone. Second term. Ball just forward of centre. Slap forward by McGibbon, though, and they win the clearance out. High ball towards Eames, and he takes a lovely mark. Having a good afternoon, a good second quarter is Tom Eames. He's looking for an option inside the forward 50. Wheels around onto the right boot. There's a bit of space for Will Ryan, and he takes the mark. It's all St Mary's at the moment. Will Ryan will line up 10, 15 metres out slightest of angles to speak of to put the Borough out to 28 points.
Yeah, don't know how Will Ryan ended up with that much space, especially at the top of the goal square. But take about Tom Ames, as you said, started with his strong mark and identifying that space. And it looks like the margin is set to extend by a further 6 points here.
Will Ryan, for his first of the afternoon, he's got 31 for the season. He comes in now, his kick is up, and it is there. Northcote Park need an answer soon as the Borough move out to a 28-point lead.
Yeah, Jays, I nearly went the commentator's curse there were a few pleas for that going over the goalpost, but decision is on the scoreboard, all clear. That is 6 points to Will Ryan, and it's good for him to make an impact in this contest and capitalise on the entries that they are getting.
5-6-36 St Mary's plays 1-2-8 Northcote Park. They have not registered a single score in this second quarter. The Borough have the last 4 of the afternoon. McGibbon, well done, coming through the pack. High ball from Will Dean towards the forward 50 of St Mary's. Tallaridi couldn't take the mark, backing back. Norris. Now St Mary's try and win it out. Pucella did really well. Streaming towards the 50. He's tackled by O'Brien. Just gets the kick away though. Ahmad pushed off it well by Nicholas Dean. Wheels around onto his right boot. And Eames has plenty of space. It was maybe a bit fortuitous. But Eames will line up 35 out, 45 degree angle. And the Borough are starting to run away with it a bit now.
Yep, again, capitalising on entries and really smart from Tom Ames just to stay on the fat side of the ground, not get sucked into the contest and in the end take about as uncontested as of a mark you can inside 50.
Tom Eames for his second of the afternoon. He kicked a lovely goal before in front of us. He comes in now. His kick is up and it is home. Eames has got his second and the Borough are out to 34 points. Can you believe it?
Unbelievable scenes, what we're saying. And I mentioned about 5 minutes ago, they were only the 22 points up, but now they're starting to capitalise on their entries. And the dominance is being put on the scoreboard. 34-point advantage to St Mary's. Northcote Park need a response ASAP.
6-6-42 plays 1-2-8. We've gone 22.5 in this second quarter. They could not afford another goal going the way of St Mary's. Could Northcote Park. As we're back in the middle of Eltham Central Oval, Little and punch on. Little wins the ruck out that time. O'Brien tries to slap it forward with his boot. Coming through the pack was Armstrong. Did well. Gets the handball to punch on and now back to O'Brien. They can move it towards the forward 50 now. But the defensive work was done by Dambrauskas. And he will bring it down that far wing once more. Over the back, lovely mark taken by Nicholas Dean. They just look on top all around the ground at the moment, St Mary's. Dean wheels around. Sends the ball forward, try to get it to Nicholas Dean. But retreating there is Ahmad. Handball over the top to Perry. He's wrapped up by Apostolo though. Punch on. His kick was smothered off the boot. They're just doing all the little things right at the moment, are the Borough. They have that 34-point lead. They got room to play with. And they're the better side at the moment as there's a little bit of argy-bargy at the moment. Looks like there's a yellow card handed out. Just didn't see who that one was for. Not seeing anyone walking off. I could be mistaken.
I think it might be Leo Ahmad, potentially.
We just have a little bit of a hold-up of play at the moment. It is Leo Ahmad coming off the ground. But he will have to serve some time.
Big blow for the Cougars, as he's probably been their best player this quarter alongside Jordan and Matt Perry. He's been a big focal point exiting defence and he's taken some big strong marks, so they're going to have to limit the damage in the back half this quarter.
Little sends it inside the forward 50. It goes over Cotter's head. Coming through was Maggio. Couldn't get possession though and we'll toss it up. 30 out from the Borough goal. They look to be pressuring once more. 6-6-42 plays 1-2-8. Nicholas Dean and Punch on. Punch on gets the tap out that time. O'Brien did well and gets the clearing ball out of defensive 50, but it's coming back. Intercept mark taken by Jake Hailwood. Wheels around onto his right boot and sends a high ball towards the top of the goal square. No mark taken by Will Ryan. Wheels around onto his left boot. Floating ball, but it will be a minor score. A little bit of relief for the Cougars.
I think this is a really good opportunity for Punch on to sort of capitalise on his ruck duties whilst Huon McGibbon is not partaking against him. And we just saw in that last opportunity, he did win the hit-out. So if he can win the hit-outs and give his mids first use, they'll give him a chance to reduce the deficit.
Bryson Norris clears out of defence for Northcote Park. Eames couldn't take the mark. At the front of the pack is Stevens. He's wrapped up by Corelli. We'll ball it up just inside the boundary line, about 55 out from the St Mary's goal. We've gone 25 minutes in this second quarter. Trying to slap it forward is Little. Apostolo comes through the pack. His kick has gone higher than it has longer, and Boscarini sees it over with a big fist. 45 out, boundary throw in from the St Mary's goal. Not too much longer in this second term. Another one here would be a huge blow just before the halftime siren. Ball is tossed back into play. Punch on front of the pack. Ball forward from Dean to Eames. Lovely chest mark out in front from Tom Eames. Beneficiary of playing in front of your opponent. And he will line up 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle. But with his kicking boots today, definitely a good chance.
Yeah, for sure. And you called it perfectly, playing in front of your opponent. And that low ball was impossible for Patrick Vannon to defend. And he was a bit unfortunate. So Tom Eames, he's got the hot hand at the minute.
Eames to send the margin to 41 points. His kick is up, and it is a goal. Made the umpire do a little bit of work, but it's home. St Mary's out to a 41-point lead now. Northcote Park with lots of things to chat about at halftime, I'm sure.
Yeah, spot on, Nicholas. It is just everything is going their way, and I think the yellow card to Leo Matt is going to have a big impact. So how much damage can St Mary's put on with him off the ground?
27 gone in this second quarter. 7-7, 49 plays 1-2-8. 14 scoring shots to 3. The scoreboard shows the on-field dominance, I think, from St Mary's. As we're back in the middle of the ground, it looks like we just have somehow the footy has made its way to full forward for Northcote Park. And we will just have a bit of a hold-up in play. Northcote Park need the halftime siren to come very quickly. As we go again. Little with the tap out that time. O'Brien sends the ball forward for the Cougars. Can they get one attack at goal? No, because Kitchell comes running through the pack and gets possession. His kick towards Kassane. It's seen over the boundary line. Almost ticked towards 28 minutes in this first half. 7-7, 49 plays 1-2-8. Ball is tossed back into play. Punch on and Little. Little with the right hand that time. Slaps the ball forward. Getting there first was Hatfield. And now wrapped up is Jordan Perry. And the siren does sound to end this second quarter of action. And it was a dominant quarter for St Mary's. They kicked 5 goals to nothing in this second term. And they're out to a 41-point lead. And they were just dominant in that quarter, Jack.
Yeah, spot on. And it was the back half of the quarter where they really put on the damage, kicking the 5 goals. And